Well, good morning from North Rim of the Grand Canyon. I'm trying to remember where we left the story. So I've had a couple days rest. One driving around from the South Rim to the North Rim. South Rim, we kind of abandoned Moki Station to Tucson because it was just getting so hot, and decided to come around to the North Rim and try and get some miles over here. We've been watching the weather. They had like a high of 107 at the bottom of the Grand Canyon the other day. Like, ugh, if we don't get 2 permits where we can have 2 nights and do some, like, night hiking when it's cool, that's not going to work too well. So we came around to the North Rim, and we went yesterday to the backcountry office to talk about permits because we saw a window of cooler weather, not a big window, a couple days, where it's supposed to be cooler in the canyon. So we went in yesterday, and Sherpa Babe was under the impression that there was no way they were going to give you 2 nights in the canyon. And I said, you know what, I'm going to ask anyway. And so we talked to the gal. She said there is a possibility of 2 nights. One at Bright Angel, which wasn't open last year when Daryl went through. And then at Cottonwood. We've got her name on the list. She said you need to come back in tomorrow morning. And then on Wednesday morning, so that was Monday, we went in, got on the list. No, Tuesday. Tuesday we went in, got on the list. Wednesday is today. Is that right? No, today's Tuesday. Monday we got on the list. Tuesday, today, Daryl's going back in. Tell him we're still interested. Keep our name on the list. She said we need to do that. Then he's gonna hike out and meet me after that. And then tomorrow, Wednesday, we will either be granted the permits or not for Thursday night and Friday. And the other thing that's kind of cool, if we get our permits now, is there's a full moon. So any night hiking could be totally awesome. So anyway, that's the update from the trail. Daryl's back is doing much better. I think we're at 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks since his back went out. And yeah, he's just doing better. He's hiking. So he thinks he can do the canyon, and that would be awesome. It's a little chilly this morning. You can hear the highway is just right over there going down into the North Rim. We're walking up here in the forest in the pines and the aspen. It's pretty nice this morning. Well, we're at 9,026 feet. Somewhere along here is basically the high point of the trail, of the total trail, I think, Sherpa Babe was telling me. So, North Rim is quite high. We waited until after opening, which is May 15th. There's still a few snowbanks here and there, but really, the trail is clear and nice. Last year, Sherpa did a lot of road walking on the highway because he was here before the road opened and there was lots more snow. So anyway, Yep, it's good. I've been thinking this morning as I walked, I really kind of hit a low point after Daryl's back went out. It was just, the last 2 weeks have been just a struggle. I mean, I've kept walking shorter miles and slack packing, but it really is just, yeah, it's really been a struggle. And I was thinking this morning just what it takes to finish a huge project like this, you know, and it takes some real tenacity and some never say die, never give up, stick to itness because of just the low points. I mean, I've had several low points. I suppose over almost 800 miles, you ought to have some low points. But, well, I think one of the things that keeps pushing me on is just that goal completion. It's like, I want to be able to say, you know, I just want to be able to stand there at the end, at the northern terminus, and just know that I've done the trail. And you would think it's getting short enough that, you know, because look at this 10 miles done. Then we've got the canyon, and I think it'll be less than 100 to the end. And you'd think that that would be encouraging, but somehow it's just, it's that very end. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm sitting here contemplating life, and you know what, I'm also remembering my mother. That woman had so much enthusiasm and stick-to-itness. One time, I don't remember if I've told this story or not, but I'm going to tell it again. If I did, one time, all three of us girls, the sisters, and Mom were out on a backpacking trip. And Mom took a tumble on a real, you know, steep, rocky bank. And when she got up, she said, you know what? It's bad. It's not good. So we sent the two girls ahead, because we'd been on a little day hike, back to the camp. They got all the backpacks packed up. We divided Mom's stuff up into all of our packs. And Mom and I sort of hobbled towards camp. And then when we got there, the girls were all ready. We just kept going. I don't know, she walked out some miles. And got her in the car and got her back home, and she went into the doctor. The woman had walked out on a broken kneecap. She had fractured her kneecap. I cannot imagine the pain. Her doctor in Garden Valley, he was quite a guy, actually, or is quite a guy at this point, Dr. Koenig. He's like, man, you are one tough lady. I don't know how you did that. So when it came to her getting her knee replacements, she's like, you know what? I really want to do them both at once and just get it done. Dr. Koenig said, you know what? Usually that is really not advisable. It's just too much for people. But knowing you, I think you ought to do it that way. So she did both knees at once. She said it was rough. And if Mom said it was rough, it was really rough. And they were fun. My parents, Dr. Koenig, they were in there for some reason, Mom and Dad. waiting in the little, you know, whatever, take you into the patient room and you're waiting for the doctor. And Mom told Dad, let's get behind the door. And when Dr. Koenig comes in the room, we'll jump out and scare him. I mean, they're in their 70s. Oh, jeez. So they did. And it was pretty funny, but Dr. Koenig was, I think he probably expected almost anything from those two. They were quite a pair, my folks. One of the things I'm so bummed about is, you know, I was getting into YouTube and videoing and editing and all that kind of stuff, and just really still working and not into it enough to really get my dad, you know, good videos of him, which would have been so fun because he was such a character. Just, yeah, he was funny and he was very talented artist and musician. He was a saddle maker and a country western singer. And yeah, I really wish that I could have given him some YouTube time for all of you, like I was able to with Mom, because that would have been really fun. But yep, that's how it goes. Maybe one of these days I'll have to go back in the archives, see what kind of footage I have, and just make a video of video clips of Dad, because I want you kids to have that. You know, this YouTube channel, it's great to have our other subscribers. We love you guys and are so glad to have you along on the journey. But one of our main motivations is just to leave a legacy for our children, you know, of who we are and what we believed, what motivated us in life. And yeah, I'll have to think about that, try and do something about Dad, because he was a character. Okay, well, that's my ramblings for now, and we will talk to y'all later. Oh my. Oh, there. Let's see. Where is he? There's a cute little guy.
Cute little guy. Little baby red horned toad.
Huh?